Joined at the Carolina Tennis Center by head coach Kevin Epley. The women's tennis team just wrapping up practice here. Coach, let's look back at last weekend a little bit. The Bulldog Invitational in Athens, Georgia was your second event in as many weeks. So kind of give me a recap of that event and just what you thought you saw out of your team, what you liked.
We were we saw a lot of good things. We saw some average things and some things we definitely need to work on. Some of the basics that we've got to kind of keep ironing out, but it was good to be down there and playing SEC competition. So we had at least had the opportunity to know exactly what it is that we need to work on to be competitive in the conference. But I think by the time we got to the second day, the first day was kind of, it was okay. It was a little bit flat. We did get a lot of time to meet and talk and organize our goals for the weekend, and I feel like we got our doubles. We made a big step in the right direction for our doubles on the second day. We got a good win at 3 doubles against Georgia, and we got a good win at 2. We got 2 doubles playing pretty good again. They've been struggling, committing to their game, and they came out pretty aggressive, and 1 doubles looked pretty good too. So I felt like the highlight of the weekend was the doubles and some individual singles performances, but we're still not cohesively there as a team, bringing Gamecock energy at all spots.
Some of a couple, I guess, the top performers, if you will, it seemed like it was Emma and Sylvia. Like you said, everybody kind of got off to a rough start there on Friday, kind of a slow start to that event. But then, they went unbeaten the rest of the weekend on Saturday and Sunday. So what did you see out of them? What did they sort of change in their games, maybe to sort of pick it up there those last 2 days?
I think they built off of their doubles. They've been coming out a little bit reactive and a little bit defensive and kind of not being assertive enough in doubles, and once they made that commitment on the second day to get back to their old selves, just absolutely attacking the ball, I feel like that aggressive energy kind of carried over into their singles play. So it was really an extension of their doubles, and they just started firing all cylinders. Emma has been getting it together. We've been working a lot on her body language and self-talk and committing to her game. And she made good strides throughout the event. Played Jokic, who's the best player in the country, played her pretty close, got her frustrated, and then I think that gave her a little bit of confidence. Wait, I can play with this type of player. And then Sylvia, just progressively got better through the weekend. I mean, to be honest, her last match was probably the best I've ever seen her play. So, that's great. Those were some performances that were great. And like I said, they both did really well in doubles.
Well, just sort of looking at these 2 events that you all have played, being all SEC, kind of a strange thing to be doing here in the fall. Typically, you might see some of these teams at some tournaments you play in, but not all SEC all the time like it's been. Kind of looking back, did you like sort of playing these types of events in the fall? Is it something you think might happen again in the future? And do you feel like the team, did this help the team at all? And just in terms of, looking forward to the spring, they've seen a bunch of these teams now, and for the new ones especially, they've kind of gotten a taste of what the SEC is all about here in the fall, as opposed to getting thrown out there in March and just having to, find out firsthand what it's like.
Yeah, and the fact that it was kind of a hidden duel, so it kind of had that feel of an actual team event, even though it wasn't scored that way. So it definitely a positive experience in terms of knowing where we are. Like, we would have no idea where we stood. I mean, just in terms of individual performances and competing and cohesiveness as a team, if we didn't have those events. They're 3 in a row for 2 weekends in a row, 3 matches, so that's a lot. I think it took a toll on some of our bodies because we haven't played up until, for months. And then to go play six matches and, in 2 straight weekends, singles and doubles, it's a lot. But overall, I'll take it rather than leave it. I think we're lucky to be competing. Plenty of teams out there don't have that opportunity. So for sure, it was a positive experience overall.
All right, Coach. I appreciate you joining me out here. I know Gamecocks are going to compete one more time coming up probably around mid-November, so we will check in with you again before that last event.
Thanks so much.